Good afternoon, guys. Well, I wanted to tell y'all about something that we noticed, and it happened really, really quick. And just in case anyone else has noticed this, that maybe putting this up here would help out a little. Out of the blue, we had a really hard freeze. What was it, guys, a day ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. So much of a freeze that the water became all frozen on top, and my husband had to kind of kick the buckets to break it off. Well, my sons and husband noticed that our ducks were becoming very dirty. They're generally always very pristinely white. And they were acting terrified of all the water. And my son and my husband said, you know what? They're scared of the water. And it didn't occur to us at first that they could have, because of the ice, become terrified of the water. These poor babies weren't bathing or anything, and they are filthy. The whole time we've had our Pekins, their snouts aren't filthy, their bodies aren't filthy. Now, they'll get muddy for like maybe an hour when they're digging around in the mud. But these poor babies were only drinking in the morning and the evening, and they were not bathing at all for about 48 hours. And how sad is that? So it took us until early this morning to realize these babies were terrified of their drinking water. So what Levi did was he put Bumblebee. Okay, so Bumblebee is right here. And then he put one of his ladies in. And the other 4 said, oh, well, they're in there and nothing bad is happening to them. So they began coming up and drinking. Normally they were only drinking like once in the morning and once at night. And now they're drinking midday. And they're all, as you can see, they're apprehensive, but they are curious. They're coming up now. But they're being very, very careful. And the 2 that are in there, Bumblebee and I believe it's Pinky, they're not really bathing. They're still kind of taking it all in. And okay, Pinky's getting out now. But they are very much taking it in stride. What happened is the ice being in there terrified them. And ducks are among some of the most skittish animals on the planet. And all it takes is something very small that doesn't seem like a big deal to us to terrify them. And they'll stop laying, they'll stop eating, they'll stop bathing. And these poor babies got scared of their water because when they saw my husband kicking at the ice and throwing out the ice, it scared them. Now, a few days before that, we had a very minor freeze. And my son kind of broke up some ice in there, but it was such a small amount of ice, they actually went over the ducks and they were eating it. But this was such a hard freeze, and these babies had never seen that before. And it didn't occur to us that the next time we have a freeze, we'll be a little bit more gentle about how we break up the ice, and we'll make sure we kind of show them, okay, this is not going to hurt you. You know, as they say on the Homestead, you live and you learn every single day. And ducks are so skittish about everything. You just have to make sure you very gently help them into things. And just in case anyone else out there might be wondering, during this time of the year, when you start having hard freezes, why are my ducks not drinking? Why are my ducks not bathing? Why do they look filthy? I mean, these poor babies, they have muck all over them. Okay, do you see these girls right here? These girls are really looking, these 2. They're saying, oh, I want to get in that water, but I'm terrified. I'm thinking now that Levi has put them in there and they've seen that it didn't hurt the others, that they're going to kind of come around. I think in about an hour, we're going to come back out and we're going to put these girls in there and we're going to see if we can kind of progressively help them to not be so scared. I'll keep you posted on this, but just in case anyone else has ever dealt with this, I hope this helps you. And now you'll know why your ducks are afraid of the water. And the poor babies, just not even hardly wanting to drink. They go over, they get a drink really fast, and then they run. Poor babies. Hey guys, just a little snippet to add to the end of this. While I couldn't get it on camera, because it happened while I was away from the pen, and Levi and David saw it, these girls, one by one, got in the water with Bumblebee, and they took a really quick bath. Now, they're not as clean as they normally are because they did it really quick, because they were apprehensive. But there's something to be said for progress. Got some progress. So they are getting back in the water, and Bumblebee even acted like he wanted to mate in the water, and that's absolutely moving in the right direction. So I did want to tell you that that is the key, is to one by one put them in there slowly. Don't force them, but just kind of introduce them back into the water, and it seemed to work very well. So I wanted to share that with y'all. So I'm real happy about that. And then here in a couple hours, I'm going to have him come back out and do it again, and then maybe once more before bedtime. That way we make sure that they're bathing and taking a drink before bedtime. Certainly don't want them to be without water. Water is so very necessary to a duck's life. Not many poultry are like that. Now, of course, all living beings need water. But as far as a duck's livelihood, it is so important for mating and for their happiness that they have access to a good bit of water every single day. So we definitely want them to live their happiest, best life. So we certainly don't want them to be scared of water. So we're going to do the very best we can to keep them from getting skittish about water again. But once again, I hope this has been helpful. See you all real soon. Bye.